When Stefan Merrill Block was 9 years old, his mother pulled him out of traditional elementary school. Convinced that her youngest son was a creative genius, she planned to give him the special one-on-one attention that homeschooling provides. But beyond formal math lessons, Stefan was left mostly to his own devices, filling his days by reading comic books, swimming in the pool, or running errands with his mom. Stefan writes that his mother's suspicions of traditional institutions grew stronger each year, as did her desire to capture her son's innocence. The more he yearned for pure connection, the more he says his mother isolated him from the world. Homeschooled is a stunning, heartbreaking debut memoir about a mother's all-consuming love, a son's fight for his future, and a pathway to forgiveness. Stefan, we're so happy you're here.
Thank you so much. I can't believe I'm here. I'm just overjoyed.
When I loved this book so much, but as I was watching you watch clips of yourself and your life and writing this memoir, I know must not have been easy for you.
Well, it's just seeing those pictures of me and my mother. I mean, it's going to bring tears to my eyes.
Yeah.
You know, my mother passed away at the height of the pandemic in 2020, and after she died, I just, she was in Texas, I was in New York. We were separated by all these miles. I just had this feeling that on top of the grief that if I didn't write these memories down, if I didn't do something with them, it was almost as if these huge portions of my past were vanishing with her. Because for a huge part of my childhood, it was just her and me.
Yeah.
Take us back to the time when your mom decided that she wanted you to be homeschooled. What was happening at the time?
Yeah, you know, we had recently moved from Indianapolis to Texas, not so far from where Jenna was at that moment.
Yeah.
And, you know, in Indianapolis, my mother had had a wonderful career. She had had great friends. When we moved to Texas, I think that she felt isolated. She wanted more time with me. She was looking for something to do with herself, and she needed a friend. And I think that was actually a big impetus behind it. And we, you know, she sort of talked me into the situation, but it became clearer and clearer to me as time went on that really what it was about was that she needed me with her at home.
You say, and this is beautiful and heartbreaking, that your mom's love was both the lock and the key in your life. Like, you never doubted her love, but it was suffocating. Like, talk about what that looked like on a day-to-day basis. Because I read it in the book. It's almost hard to believe.
Yeah, you know, my mother believed that I was capable of anything. You know, we would take out biographies of like Da Vinci and Einstein from the library, and she would compare where I was at 9 versus where they were at 9. And be like, you're ahead of Einstein. See? She believed in all these things, but a part of that, she thought she was cultivating, you know, the next Einstein or something, which is not something I agree with at all. I should say, but part of that was that she felt like she needed to keep me at home and away from the world, and you know, let me focus on following my passions and my interests. And the effect of that was that I was profoundly isolated. These years were increasingly just so lonely, and I became desperate to be with other children, and also just feeling myself falling actually behind academically in a lot of ways. So she had locked me away in this situation, but then ultimately it was her love for me and her belief in what I was capable of that gave me the courage to turn my back on her and to walk out into the world.
And you asked, like, you know, got up the courage to finally ask to go back to school. What was it like when you re-entered after how many years away?
I had been away for 4.5 years. And
really not learning much, math.
Well, you know what I had done in those years? It's almost like the life of a writer. I had been alone in my room, reading books and writing stories. It made me a writer. I would not be a writer without these years. When I went back to school, it was the great trauma of my life. I mean, I had been alone with a middle-aged woman for 4.5 years, and I quickly learned the things that impress a middle-aged woman are not the things that impress other 14-year-old boys. And I could not have been more out of place. I mean, now when I think about that time, I am able to laugh a great deal at it. It was not funny at the time.
No.
My mother also sent me back. She was worried about my handwriting. So on top of having been away from kids for all these years, she sent me back with this electric typewriter that I was made to like put on my desktop and click, 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 click.
Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, I should say there's a larger conversation here, and this is certainly not an indictment on homeschooling, you know, because obviously it's very popular around the country.
But it isn't regulated very much, and it definitely wasn't in the 90s.
Where you were.
Yeah, I'm so glad you asked that because,
Yeah.
you know, I am not at all anti-homeschooling, and there are many good reasons to homeschool. I mean, and I think it's a vital alternative to traditional education in a lot of ways. But I do think that in many states, maybe even in all states, regulation could be improved. In the state where I'm from, Texas, you know, to this day, you could be, you know, a registered sex offender, you could be convicted of felony crimes against minors and still be in your right to withdraw your kid from school and into the situation where essentially no one is ever going to check on their health, their welfare, their education. And it seems like such a fixable issue. And we know that there are just stories of heinous abuse that happen in those situations.
Well, thank you for sharing this beautiful book. It's a New York Times bestseller, I might add. So congratulations.
Thanks to you.
This is an incredible book. I always compare it, because I loved this book too, to Educated. Kara Westover, who I love,
is right next to my heart. I love that.
This book is so incredible. It's a love story between a mother and a son, and it will change the way you think about a lot of different things. So check out Stefan's book, Homeschooled. You can head to your local indie bookstore or go today.com/read with Jenna. You guys, thanks for watching.
I know. Come join us for all the fun every weekday on NBC.
Yeah, and don't forget to take us along when you're on the go.
Follow the Today with Jenna and Sheinelle podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.